Good evening and welcome to the Anoka Area Ice Arena. It's girls hockey tonight. The Tornadoes host the Hopkins Park Royals. A couple of evenly matched clubs coming into the game tonight. Steve Thompson along with Jim Childs, and Anoka right now in a 3-game skid looking for a victory tonight here on home ice.
Yeah, and two out of those 3 losses were to top 10 teams. Centennial, which is number 1, just having an incredible Centennial Spring Lake Park, and then the end over Huskies. So good night to get back on track for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, and the Northwest Suburban, certainly a tough league, but Hopkins Park, playing down there in the Lake Conference, they play a lot of tough teams as well.
Yeah, they're they've had a pretty good run on it. They've won 4 out of the last 6. And including victories against Wacona, Visitation, Sartell, Saco Rapids, and the Northern Tier team. So it will be a fairly even matchup tonight, Steve. Both goalies tonight solid. We've got in net for Hopkins is Helen Satter. And in net for the Tornadoes. They've always had some good goalies here, Steve, but it will be Anoka Olsen tonight.
Yeah, 2-1-1. Save percentage 226. Goals against 226. Save percentage 929, which is outstanding. All right, we're going to break for the anthem. We'll drop the puck in a moment. Jim mentioned the goaltenders, Helen Sauter from Hopkins Park, down to her left, 4-2-1, a junior. And goals against, 3.75, save percentage 839. And as we mentioned, Anoka Olsen defending the goal for the Tornadoes down to our right. And those numbers are great. 226 is the goals against, save percentage 929. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is, and they've got 2 just really good goalies. You look at Lauren Lafferty. Your numbers may not be good, but she played on the boys' team the last 2 years, and so coming over to the girls' side, her senior season, she has been sensational too. Had a couple of rough outings when you go up against Centennial and you go against Andover. Your numbers don't get any better when you're facing 60 shots a game.
Yeah, and you brought up how good Centennial Spring Lake Park is. 11-0, ranked number 1. Hillmurray 2, Minnetonka 3, Edina 4, Holy Family 5. Then Benilde, Andover, Moorhead, Maple Grove, and Woodbury. So 2 of the last 3 against, once again, Centennial Spring Lake Park and Andover. Those are 2 very tough games.
Yeah, and 2 traditionally tough programs. And great to see Centennial back up there. They're going to give Maple Grove a run for their money, as well as Champlain Park, Coon Rapids. I got my Iowa in there with Cedar Rapids.
All right, here we go. Tornadoes in white and Hopkins Park in blue with white and orange. Sharp-looking uniforms. Casey Boyd out there to take the draw. And again, middle ice, and Lucy Machulis dumps it in, sends it all the way across, goes all the way into the corner. Good centering attempt out to the blue line, dumped toward the net, knocked down in traffic, and it's going to be cleared out there by Hazel Schenkelberg in the neutral zone. Puck picked up by Booth, tried to dump it in, and Hopkins Park gets it to center ice, turned right back by the Tornadoes, and comes to the near blue line, and turning the other way and trying to move it forward is Beach. Can't do much with it. Beach trying to skate out of there. Now Hopkins Park trying to dump it into their own end. That was Rowan Jansen. And that tap toward the net, controlled by the Tornadoes in the near corner. That's it. Giorgio Francois. And now the Tornadoes skated up and come the other way. That was Alexis Hansen trying to dump it in and get it deep. Ultimately did. Rickley trying to hold the zone and can't. And now they come back the other way. Hess loses the handle, dumped right back in. Ryan Holtz dumped it in. Now Hopkins Park swings it around the board. Far side, pinned along the half wall. And the Royals tip it back out to center ice. Player falls down. I don't see an arm in the air anywhere. They'll carry it into the zone, and it's stolen away neatly by the Anoka Tornadoes. Tornadoes trying to move it forward. Nice play there by Michulis. She skated it forward, and now it's dumped right back in. They're going to wave off the icing. And getting there first for the Tornadoes is Allen. Allen will dump it around the board, stays after, and squirts in behind the net. And now giving chase is Caitlin Booth. She'll send it all the way across, trying to stop Jensen. Jensen stays after it, falls down, goes into the boards, no penalty. Couple of minutes into this first period, it's dumped in by the Tornadoes, and they'll give chase. Jensen after it for Anoka, also in there Booth. Booth, good forecheck there. They get it out in front, backhand. Hits traffic and comes to center ice. That was a good opportunity, Jim.
Yes, it certainly was. And that's getting some production from that line, that starting line of Booth, Jensen, and Machulis is really important.
Rickley after it in the corner, sends it out, nobody at home. And the Royals get it out at the moment, knocked right back in by Francois. And Hopkins Park trying to clear it out of their own end. That's Steckline after it. And the Tornadoes gain control. They try to go to the point, but it's picked off by Hopkins Park. They come to center. This is Beach. Beach tries to tap it in. That's going to be a delayed offside. And the Tornadoes are going to turn the other way. Reagan Ryan holds to the blue line, falls down. And all the way across. Here's Beach with a little room. Hits the blue line, sends it into the middle, and that shot in on net. Good quick shot there by Schenkelberg. And the save made by Olsen.
Yeah, nice pass by Beach over and landed right in the high slot. And like you said, a quick wrister, a little screen out in front by the defenseman, but Olsen right there able to make an easy save.
There's another quick shot out in front. That goes just wide. Boy, another opportunity just wide of the net. Not even sure Olsen saw that through the screen. And now it's Leanna Hess who can't get it in. Tornadoes will dump in and give chase. They go in hard on the forecheck, trying to work it out in front. Puck swings around to the far side. This is Harmston for it. Harmston to a side, after it in the corner. Under 13 to go here in period number one. Still no score. Out to the point, send it in on that, saved by Sauter. Sauter got the pad on it. And now Hopkins Park's going to gain control over in that far corner. Try and move it out of there. Schwarzenruber. And now it's Johnson. Johnson had it bumped away almost immediately there by Soley. Soley chases it. Good centering pass. Backhand save. Oh, terrific centering pass. Reinhold's the opportunity. And she was robbed by the goaltender, Sauter. There's another one sent toward the net. Skips into the near corner and sent out to center. That'll go all the way down. I think we're going to get an ice. And no, they're going to wave it off. Tornadoes touch up that fluttering puck and send it out. Hit a skate. Rickley trying to get it out of there. Can't. 12 to go in the period. They'll send it all the way around. This is Amsler. Amsler trying to force it out of the zone. Royals keep it in. Cotilla sent it from the point. Right behind the net. Here's an opportunity for Kothi. Kothi stick handling, gives it up at the point, sent into the middle. Out of the near wall. The Tornadoes are going to try and move it out to center ice, and they do, and all the way down. They're going to wave off the ice again, and we play on.
Yeah, giving chase right now is Kendall Rickley, and she's able to get that on the forecheck. She's a real important piece of this puzzle.
6 goals, 4 assists for Rickley. She'll go to the bench. And now after it is Francois. Georgia Francois sent it out. Nobody home. Tornadoes putting on the heat. Now it's Allen sending it all the way around. Down into the corner. And it's Jensen. Jensen along the wall fighting for it. Grabbed at the point. Sent right back down. That's Francois again. Allen on the near point. She'll backhand it back toward the corner. After it is Booth. Booth will skate out of their shot. Deflected away. Saved by Sauter. Sauter's looked good in the gym.
She certainly has. That one right off the neck of the stick.
She was squared to it. And now the Tornadoes. Booth sends it all the way across. It'll pop out of the zone. And retreating is Francois. She'll play a lot of time. 3 goals, 1 assist from the blue line. And now back at her own line, it's Allen. Allen's going to skate across, get it to the center ice, and dump it in and go for a change. Coming up on 10 to go, period number 1 here at the Anoka area Ice Arena. Amsler fighting for it behind the net. Good move. And Hopkins Park all over it. Rickley back out there. Rickley centering pass comes all the way through out to the point. That one over the top of the net. Whistled by Gilberto over the top of the cage. And out to center ice. Here comes Hopkins Park. Get over the line. And the Tornadoes, nice job on the back check. And we're going to get a penalty a little bit too physical. And that penalty is going to come here at 7:35, period number 1.
Yeah, Schnecklenberg will go to the box on a check on Rickley, and I tell you what, to be able to knock Kendall Rickley off her skates, that's an accomplishment on its own. But she has this line of Rickley and Amsler. Those two work really well together, and Amsler plays bigger than what she looks, and she is down low, and she's good out in front of the net. I really like her game.
Schenkelberg in the box. 2 minutes for the body check. They'll send it all the way across. Booth, nice feed into the far corner. And that's Rickley with it. Right back out to the point. Here's Francois. Back to Rickley. Rickley takes it on the half wall. Steps into the circle. She gets tripped. And now Anoka is going to go up 5-on-3.
Well, that's Rickley's drawn 2 penalties so far. You can see right here. She gets it on her stick and just gets tripped. What a great opportunity for the Tornadoes. They'll have 1 minute and 41 seconds of 2-skater advantage.
Amelia Harmston with the trip. And now an opportunity. Booth left circle. Can't get it out of there. And it's going to be sent all the way down. Good defensive play by Reno Steckline. And now it's Francois behind her own net. 5-on-3 for 125 for the Tornadoes. Time of that penalty was 7:45. Here comes Booth. Stick handling. Gets it in over the line, but that is offside. Amsler was in a step offside.
The initial power play chance before they went to on a 5-on-3, man, they were good puck possession, good passing. You get back, get that puck into the zone and settle.
Bruce sends it across, and here comes Francois into the circle. Drop pass, back out. Here's a wrist shot, saved. Wrigley got robbed. Sauter another big save. Still a minute to go in the 5-3 advantage. Another opportunity. Reinhold sends it all the way through and out. Francois will retreat into her own end to pick up the puck. She'll go all the way around the net. Set up shop. Once again, quickly get it into the zone. And here come the Tornadoes. Holstein out there. Side of the net. Out into the circle. Quick shot. That was Booth again. Booth will gather it in. Send it all the way out. Off the stick of Allen and out of the zone. Still 20 to go in 5-on-3. Booth will pick it up. Gets it to Holstein. Holstein in the slot. Drop pass. Wrister over the top of the net by Wrigley. Good shot there, but Wrigley couldn't find the mark. There's 5 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3, and Hopkins Park will send it all the way down. And for them, good job defending that 5-on-3.
Yeah, really excellent job, and just understanding where they need to be on the defensive side. And
Hess gets it out. Johnson will give chase, but for the Tornadoes, Allen's going to get there first. Allen's going to send it up. Gilberto grabs it along the near wall, sends it all the way through. Dangerous pass. Here come the Tornadoes. Win out 5-on-5 again. So the Tornadoes couldn't get it done 5-on-3 or abbreviated 5-on-4. And now Hopkins Park right back the other way. Johnson sends it into the corner. Actually carries it into the corner. And now they try to get a little zone time here and get a shot away. Into the slot, backhanded. Wrister over the top of the net. That was Johnson again. 6:35 remaining in the period. Pretty good scoring chance there. And now it's picked up by the Tornadoes, and here they come the other way. Holstein couldn't get it out. And now Anoka, after the 5-3 pinned down in their own end, they're going to send it out. This could go as an ice. That puck is going to get over the end line, and we'll go to the other end. We haven't had a lot of breaks.
No, we certainly haven't. And boy, what an opportunity for the Tornadoes, and they just could not get the puck settled. They had the right idea of where to go with the puck, and it just would roll off the tape. And great kill by the Hopkins Park Royals. Yeah,
we're about halfway through the standings, and on your screen you see them in the Northwest Suburban and Centennial Spring Lake Park, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, top of the heap, Andover, Blaine in the mix, Maple Grove. Always a deep, challenging lead. Hellstrom sends it in wide of the net. And the Tornadoes come back there in mass to defend. They'll send it up the wall, but not out. Chipped right back into a dangerous area. That puck will come all the way through into the corner. And now Wrigley behind her own net sends it along the boards, but out. Player goes down. And that'll come in on Anoka Olsen, and she'll smother it, and we'll get a stop.
You know, sometimes, Steve, when you've had 2 of your last 3 games against top teams, you get into a defensive shell and thought, your thoughts are, hey, listen, I've got to defend, and you forget about what happens on the offensive side. And I think as this game goes on, I think we'll see the Tornadoes start to gel offensively because they're getting plenty of time, in the offensive zone.
Centering Machulis and Jensen out there for the Tornadoes. And that's Gilberto. And Allen, the defensive pair, and here's Booth. Booth sends it up. Knocked down by Machulis. She'll give chase. And that was Jensen over there. Now Machulis goes into the corner. Can't get to it. But Booth does a good job handling or sending it in from the line. Picked up behind the net. Hopkins Park trying to skate out of there. That's Voigt. And now carrying it forward with a head of steam is Schenkelberg. Schenkelberg stops right circle, shot side of the net. Wilson had the near post covered. And now the Tornadoes with Allen are going to send it around. Jensen over there. Dangerous centering pass comes in on Olsen. And she'll stop it with 4:31 to go in the period. Still scoreless.
Yeah, Anoka Olsen has, I mean, we've seen her the last couple of years just been outstanding in between the pipes for Anoka. I mean, she's got good lateral movement between and just doesn't bite for a lot of fakes and makes right decisions.
Yeah, like that off the draw.
Yes,
Didn't come in quick, but, you know, pounce on it. Let's do it again.
Okay. One thing I've always been impressed with her is her ability to direct rebounds to the corners. Something that she's been impressive with.
Solely trying to get it out. Dangerous spot. And coming back to cover up that play there for the Tornadoes was Holstein. Little zone time again for Hopkins Park as they battle behind the net. After it, Francois, she's out there. And now here come the Tornadoes. Rickley sends it all the way across. Reinhold's giving chase. Can't get there first. Hopkins Park gathers it in. And on the forecheck, Rickley out to the far point. That shot hit traffic, goes to the boards. Right after to Soley. Amsler trying to turn and go. Got double teamed. Good job by Hopkins Park on the back check to get it out of there. They move it to center. Jansen in over the line. Has help. That's Johnson with her. It comes out in front. Loose puck. Batted around. And knocked out of there by the Tornadoes. Olsen saw it all the way, Jim.
Yeah, she diffused that situation quickly, because that could have ended up in a real quick goal.
Steckline carried it in. Now they send it across. Opportunity here. That one goes all the way through. That was Katie Geiser. Part of that top defensive pair with Steckline. And now the Tornadoes bring it out to center. Nice move as they bump it forward. Here comes Anoka giving chase, but it's an icing. A little too quick. We'll go to the other end with just under 3 to go in the period.
Yeah, one of the things that stat-wise, you know, analytics, you look at stuff, the amount of power play opportunities the two teams basically have played about the same amount of games. Hopkins Park has 19 more power play opportunities so far this season. And I think that's one of the keys that if Anoka can stay out of the box, that will definitely help out.
So far, so good. No penalties on the Tornadoes. 2 in a row on Hopkins that set up that 5-on-3. Anoka could not capitalize. Here come the Tornadoes. Stick handling is Jansen. Jensen with Booth and Machulis. Jensen still after it along the wall. Held in there by Allen. Comes all the way across, but nobody home for the Tornadoes. And it's knocked out to center ice. Dumped right back in by Sur. Coming up on 2 to go in the period. Up right in the middle, kind of a dangerous spot. Reinholz chips it out to center. And now the Tornadoes come back. Shot in on that. Save, rebound opportunity by Amsler. Shot goes wide. Amsler right back after it in the right circle into the middle. Wrist shot. Another save by Sauter. Point blank. And she'll pounce on it. Maybe the best scoring opportunity of the night.
Absolutely. Leah Amsler, she always seems to be in the right spot, and she will pickpocket on some of those back checks and just be able to get that. You can see right here, she gets it back, goes right to her forearm. Quick shot just right inside the circle. And good save by Sauter.
Rickley on the draw. Reinholz to the left. And it's picked up by Hopkins Park, and they'll dump it out. Back into her own end. Gabby Gilberto. And that one pops to center. No one can gain control. Now finally the Tornadoes do. They get it in over the line, but Hopkins Park there defensively doing a good job. Nice job on the back check on that sequence. Hess along the boards did a nice job. And now here comes the Royals. Machulis in her own end, gives it up. Shot goes wide. 1 minute remaining in the period, still scoreless. We're on this Thursday night at the Anoka Arena. And now back into her own end is Rickley. And Rickley will pick it up, reverses course. She loses it, has at the point, sends it in, tipped, saved by Olsen. Nice tip. But Anoka Olsen was there and pushing and shoving. I don't think we'll get penalties out of this.
That was a nice job, nice tip out in front.
Yeah.
I think that was that Beach that tipped it out in
I
front.
think so.
And like you said, Olsen right there, just trying to get a quick redirect, and Olsen there.
Actually, Schenkelberg with the tip on that one. 30 to go. Here's Johnson trying to stick handle, puck in front, dangerous spot. Tornadoes are going to clear it out. Here they come the other way. Jensen loses the handle, then a big collision. We're going to get a penalty. That'll go on the Tornadoes. Dangerous hit over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and going down hard over there was Rowan Jansen. And going to the box is Casey Jensen for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was just
16:46 time of the penalty.
So 11 seconds left. .46 chances so far this season.
Oh, they hold it in at the line. There's a big shot up into the netting. Kofi uncorked one, but up into the netting. 8 seconds remaining in the period. And the draw will come to the right of goaltender Anoka Olsen, who's made some nice saves, including that one a moment ago on the tip. That was terrific. And then on the other end, Helen Sauter for Hopkins Park has made a few big saves. Kofi near point. That one flutters into the glove of Olsen. We'll get another draw with 3 seconds remaining in the period.
Well, 11 seconds, they already have just as many shots as the Tornadoes did in their 5-on-3 for the 2 minutes.
Voigt to take the draw, wins it, and that'll be it. So we'll have 1:47 remaining in the player advantage for Hopkins Park when we start period number 2. But both teams had good scoring opportunities, and these goaltenders have been the difference.
You're absolutely right, and you know, we'll see that. You know, one of the keys to the game is you know, the kill of on the 5-on-3 when the Anoka had a chance really to take control, seize control of this game.
Yeah, and Jim, that can be a big momentum swing
absolutely.
if you don't capitalize on that 5-on-3. And the Tornadoes had a long one, and we're not able to get on the board. We are scoreless through 1 period of play. It's girls hockey. It is Hopkins Park at Anoka tonight here on QCTV.
Step into the heart of downtown Anoka for the annual tree lighting event. For decades, this event has marked the beginning of the holiday season in Anoka. Santa was there for family pictures, there was also horse-drawn carriage rides up and down 2nd Avenue, and plenty of food vendors to give out warm meals for everyone. And this isn't just a local affair, it's an open invitation to the entire metropolitan area, and this year was bigger than ever with an expected gathering of 10 to 15,000 people. This event is also about the season of giving, with Toys for Joys in attendance, ensuring that everyone has food and toys during this holiday season, as well as local students and food vendors contributing to other meaningful causes. And then at 6 p.m. they flip the switch for over 10,000 lights illuminating the tree, with fireworks in the air to kick off the holiday season in Anoka. Stay up to date with the City of Anoka on social media to learn when you can expect next year's tree lighting event at anokaminnesota.com.
Each store in downtown Anoka has their own unique niche to it.
Hi, I'm Gina Schupanitz, and we are at Favorite Things in downtown Anoka on Main Street. The business has been here for probably 10 or 12 years, and I just bought it 2 years ago. When I bought it 2 years ago, it was actually called the White Owl, and just this past spring or past February, I renamed the business to Favorite Things. So the business has been here a long time, and it's got a long standing in the community and just a lot of loyal customers to the store.
And those customers come back for a reason. The store is a treasure trove of delightful finds, from unique furniture to stylish women's apparel, sparkling jewelry to charming gifts. It has something for everyone.
I don't know if I could pick one favorite thing in the store. I really try to find things that people are going to like and that people will think are their favorite things. Now we have a lot of seasonal items in the store. We've got wind chimes and our rain chains, which are super popular. People love them for their outdoor garden areas and their patios. They make wonderful gift items. And then, during the seasons, we change out the decor too. So every season we have new items. So in the fall, you'll see a lot of fall decor. And then, of course, during the holidays, this store becomes just a mecca of Christmas items. So I would say if you haven't shopped here, make sure you come back and check it out each season, because you definitely will see something new every time you come in.
Favorite Things is also participating in the Anoka Social District, so customers can enjoy their drinks, socialize with friends, and shop in the store.
The Anoka community is thriving. The Chamber of Commerce here and the Discover Anoka group do a fantastic job with helping to promote the downtown area and the small businesses. And almost every month of the year we have an event here in town which brings in a lot of customers and just brings in a lot of new people to the city, and it just helps the small businesses thrive. Yeah. I want people to come here and say, oh my God, I'm looking for this item and I want to give it to a friend of mine because it's an item that I love. So that's kind of what I try to specialize in.
So next time you're in Anoka, I definitely make a point to stop by and see what catches your eye at Favorite Things.
United for Community event has been going on for over 10 years. This signature event, our backpack giveaway and back to school night, is really for everyone, and it's most especially for those who are getting ready to go back to school in the fall. And some of the kids that are living in this community and don't have all the help or supplies they need, we give them a little extra boost as well. We give people a chance to register for a free backpack and school supplies the month or two ahead of this event. But all are welcome to come. We've got kids and families coming in. We work with community partners to celebrate all the things that we're doing in the community, and also to connect people to services that might be helpful or useful for them throughout the school year. The Anoka County Library is here, the ACBC Food Shelf, and all kinds of other resources, including some of the other United for Community events we have happening throughout the year here at the church. The United for Community has been a concept or an idea that has been happening here at the United Methodist Church of Anoka for over 10 years. We are all about connecting in the community and with the community and with our partners. It used to be this back to school event. This was our United for the Community event. It is now a series of events throughout the year. We have a trunk or treat coming up next at the end of October, October 27th. We have a live nativity coming up after that in December. We have an egg extravaganza happening in the spring toward Easter. We have a huge egg hunt and lots of activities and games and food during that event. And then in the spring and summer, we have events for kids and families like our Vacation Bible School and other things that people can enjoy together, both outside and inside the building. The best way to get involved is to call the church office, 763-421-2378, or to go to the website at anokaumc.org. So that's anokaumc, like United Methodist Church.org. You can find out information throughout the year by giving a call or watching that website. We also have a Facebook presence and other places on social media. Watch the community pages, the community sign. We've got all kinds of things going on out in the community, so you just watch for those things and connect through those opportunities on Facebook, through the website, and by calling the church. We have worship services at 9:30 on Sunday mornings. We have opportunities for kids and for teenagers and for families and for individuals of all ages. So don't hesitate to get connected. Show up on a Wednesday and you're going to find a meal here. You don't have to pay for it. You're welcome to contribute if you'd like, but there will be a meal every Wednesday. This summer, we had movies every Wednesday. We had recreation nights, bags, games, volleyball, all kinds of other things. So please come on out anytime you'd like. We're going to be here for you, and this is everybody feels good because we all have a chance to work together, giving and receiving and being part of the community together.
And we are back at Anoka Arena. It is girls hockey on this Thursday night. Steve Thompson, Jim Childs, a scoreless draw through one period of play. Hopkins Park will have a player advantage for the first 1:47 of the penalty or of period number 2. Hopkins Park dug themselves a hole, and they had to fight off a long 5-on-3. Tornadoes weren't able to take advantage, and as we mentioned before we went to the period break, both goalies have played well, Jim.
Yeah, they really have, and not surprising. As we'll take a look at the first period recap, you can see right there, Anoka Olsen, great save out in front, and another backhand try by Rickley. That one is stopped by Satter. That was the best shot right there, as that one right off the neck of the stick. And that was the second period, that second penalty. That ended up being a 5-on-3. They were able to skate that off. Ansler with a nice opportunity, and then that was the best opportunity right there towards the end of the period on a tip that Anoka Olsen was able to save.
But so far, the stars of the game, Helen Sauter, the goalie for Hopkins Park, and Anoka Olsen for the Anoka Tornadoes. And as we mentioned, here around the holidays, every girls' hockey season, boom, you're at the halfway point.
Yes.
You get into the new year, and you can see the end of the regular season. It comes at the end of January for everybody, and then it's on to section play. And I didn't really think about it. State tournament, is in February, and we all know that at the XL Energy Center for 1A and 2A girls hockey. But, boy, it comes up quickly.
Yeah, and it, as soon as this, as we take a look at the rankings right now, you had mentioned, Spring Lake Park, Centennial Spring Lake Park ranked number 1. Hill Murray, I've had a chance to watch Hill Murray a couple of times. They are very good. They've got a top line that knows how to score. Minnetonka, always tough. Edina, tough. Holy Family, Benilde St. Margaret's just beat Andover last week. Andover 4 losses, and they've all been pretty tight with with a 1 or 2 goal loss. Moorhead, Ryan Kraft up there, the old Gopher, has got his club working well. Maple Grove strong again, and then Woodbury.
Yeah, and Woodbury a bit of a surprise. A lot of familiar names in that top 10, but Woodbury having a good start over there in the Suburban East this year. But yeah, a lot of the usual suspects. I think in recent years, you think about Andover, Hill Murray, Edina, Minnetonka kind of being that main group. And you're right, Centennial Spring Lake Park, they've had some down years by their standards, but it is an excellent program over their boys and girls.
Yeah, well, I think back a couple of years ago they had Laura O'Hara, the Gopher now, who just really dominated and helped elevate that program, and now they've got some more supports from and they're a fairly young team, believe it or not. They're a young team, so they're going to be a tough one to wrangle for the next couple of years in the Northwest Suburban.
And I love what they've done to their building over there. They remodeled that arena and put a lot of money into it over at Centennial, and that is a terrific rink. Yeah. Great sight lines.
Yeah, right on the campus, which is always excellent. That campus, Centennial campus, is outstanding. Their swimming pool, it's a fun spot to go.
Yeah, they have about as good a swimming setup as anybody in the conference.
Absolutely.
It is terrific. We switch ends. Anoka Olsen defending the goal down to the left. And Helen Sauter defending the goal down to our right. Power play for another 128. They send it into the middle, and it comes in on Olsen, and she'll make a quick save. That was a good move to the front there by Lucy Johnson, but Olsen once again stops it. And we'll get another draw to her right.
Yeah, one of the weaknesses that Anoka's had, their power play is running only about 75%.
And here's a chance on a breakaway coming the other way as Amsler into the circle, had it knocked away. Good defensive play. Short-handed, Amsler centering pass, pad saved by Sauter, and Rob Rickley there. Great scoring opportunity for the Anoka Tornadoes. Short-handed, still 1 to go in the player advantage for Hopkins Park, and the Tornadoes are going to send it out and down. Well, that was outstanding short-handed.
Yeah, Leah Ansler, they're looking for their first short-handed goal in the season, and Ansler just about had it.
And she'll steal it away. Amsler shot, pad save Sauter. Out to the point, Booth in on net, glove by Sauter, she'll glove it. And still 37 remaining in the Hopkins Park player advantage, but outstanding work by the Tornadoes short-handed.
Yeah, and that's Leah Ansler. She just can pick her spots to be able to pickpocket something. Well, you just can't. You got to know where she's at on the ice at all times. She's got great awareness of being able to pick her spots.
Tornadoes doing a good job on the PK here. And puck disappeared into the breezers of beach. And they found it. And we'll get right back at it. 27 remaining. Don't see that much.
No, you really don't. Sometimes it gets lost in some of the goalie pads, but that one...
And this will be dumped in, and the Tornadoes get there first, try and get it out. Harmston sends it down into the corner. Hopkins Park trying to generate something in the waning seconds of this player advantage. They'll go into the far corner and give chase. That's Hellstrom over there. Hellstrom along the wall, waiting. Now goes in behind the net. From a tough angle, it squirts around, and Olsen has it. Boy, that tough angle shot almost got by Olsen.
Yeah, it did. Like you said, it just kind of handcuffed her. We're back at skating 5 aside, but again, the positioning that Olsen had, just there wasn't any real estate to be able to put that in.
And I don't know if I've ever seen a goalie wear number 3. I thought I would get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Olsen wears number 3. I don't think I've seen 30, 35, so on and so forth, but never a goalie wearing number 3, but it works for her. She's played well tonight. Here come the Tornadoes, 5-on-5. Still scoreless here. Centering pass off a skate. Saved by Sauter. She was there. Well, that was quite an opportunity. That one whistles wide. Machulis, Booth. Jensen out there. Francois dumps it in. Booth in the far corner. Tries to get it out to the point. And now it's gathered in by Hopkins Park. But held in by Francois. And now Booth, right circle, slapper off the pad of Sauter. And controlled by the Royals. They skate up the far side and dump it to center. Trying to go right back the other way with it. The Tornadoes. Francois picks it off, but it is offside. Well offside on that play was Reagan Reinholtz.
Yeah, Francois, we've seen her, like you mentioned early in the first period, she gets a lot of ice time out there. She's great defensively, and her and Gilberto have got a nice couple of shots from the point, from outside.
Rickley centering this line with Amsler and Reinholtz. Rickley tried to tip it ahead for Reinholtz, but didn't quite get there. Reinholtz behind the net, reverses. Amsler fighting back there. And on that back check, Voigt. And now they get it out. Trying to dump it right back in is Amsler. Rickley working for it. And now to Gilberto. Goes across at her own blue line. Reinholtz knocks it down. They are onside. Left circle. Centering pass. Tipped in! I think it went off the stick of Amsler, and the Tornadoes lead at 1-0.
Yeah, great job by Amsler, just keeping her stick on the ground, or on the ice, to be able to tip that in. That's goal number 2 for her. She is, I just really enjoy watching her play hockey.
Time of the goal, 3:20. Tornadoes lead it.
Rickley with a pass, and that just on a backhand, she was able to just redirect that over the glove of Sauter.
So the Tornadoes up 1-0, even strength goal. They have it in their own end. And it's dumped right back in by Hopkins Park. They're going to swing around the net, centering pass. Nobody home, knocked away by Amsler. Tornadoes control and chip it to center. So I'm going to have Amsler from Rickley on that goal.
Yep.
And giving chase, Rickley down into the corner, centering pass all the way through the crease to the far wall. Now battling over there, Machulis. Held in at the point. Anoka. Booth sends it to the net. Pad saved by Sauter. Not much Sauter could do on that one.
Nope. That was
just a good goal.
It was just a good goal. You're right. And you could see that. You could see the Tornadoes really turning it on, getting some pucks on net.
Tornadoes hold it in. Machulis out to the point. Allen knocked down. Hit a body. And that is carried out to center ice. This is Schwarzenruber. Schwarzenruber in over the line. Still fighting for it. And now the Tornadoes get it and bat it out to center ice.
I believe it was Gilberto got the second assist.
Well, they do give a second assist on that goal. We'll confirm between periods.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if they were Going to give 2, but that's good. Amsler fighting for it as it comes all the way through. Dumped into the corner by Allen. Now fighting for it is Rickley. Rickley's had a good game. Had that first assist on that goal a moment ago. Leah Amsler gives the Tornadoes a 1-0 lead, trying to break that 3-game losing streak.
And we're going to have a penalty for checking. And that'll go to number 26, Gabby Gilberto.
So the Tornadoes take their second penalty of the night. That comes at 5:24.
That's the interference.
So right back to the power play goes Hopkins Park. They had a power play a little over a minute and a half to start this period. Weren't able to generate much on the player advantage. You're down 1-0 here. Draw to the left to Annika Olsen. And it goes in behind the net. That's Jansen. Jansen swings it all the way around, goes to the far point. That's Schenkelberg. Now it's Hess. Hess back to Schenkelberg, knocked away there by Amsler. And now helping out is Booth. Booth can't force it out of the zone. 2 players go down. And Hopkins Park holds the zone. In behind the net, spinning around. That's Jansen. Jansen over into the right circle. Centering pass. This is Hess. Leanna Hess. They move it around. Now it's Johnson. Right into the slot. Off the glove of Olsen over the top of the net. Olsen saw it all the way. Here's Johnson again. All the way into the crease area. Another save by Olsen. And with those scrums in front, she is so good at finding the puck, Jim.
She is, and I think that was a deflection off of Booth. I think Booth just about put it in. Olsen was able to stop it, fortunately.
1:08 remaining in the player advantage for Hopkins Park in blue. On the attack, here's Johnson. Goal line extended, here's Jansen. Jansen trying to come around the net. Tornadoes covering up, centering pass. Batted out of there by the goalie Olsen. Out to the far point. And the Royals keep it alive. Into the right circle. Shot that off the body of Olsen. Got a piece of it. Johnson again steps into the middle. That goes all the way through. Schenkelberg, quick shot. Oh, and then the rebound to the near side. And Johnson hit the side of the net. 30 remaining in the player advantage. Hopkins Park putting on the heat, down 1-0. 10 minutes remaining in the period. That comes loose. Another save by Olsen into the middle. Now the Tornadoes come back 2-on-1. Here's Reinholtz. Reinholtz skates in, shot steered away. Right back out in front into the pads of Sauter. And she falls on top of it. Oh, wow.
Wow, that just about snuck in. As I think that was Machulis that hit it off the back of Sauter. Just about rolled in.
Great rush by Reinholtz. Got the shot away, and then Machulis sent it right back at the net, as Jim mentioned. And now the Tornadoes have 9 seconds to kill off, and they have Rickley centering toward the net. Pounced on by Sauter. Will do it again. That helps the Tornadoes' cause.
2 seconds, 2 ticks off the clock. Absolutely.
Tornadoes have been pretty good shorthanded. They've generated scoring chances here tonight. Off that draw, Hopkins Park's going to get it out to center ice. They'll move it the other way. And here they come and dump in and give chase. Tornadoes kill the penalty off. Steckline near point, trying to hold it in. Falls down. Tornadoes have it come in on Olsen. They steer it to the corner. And now over there after it is the goal scorer, Amsler. Amsler, the lone goal of the game, coming at 3:20 of this period, 5-on-5. Tornadoes get it out to center off the skate of Reinholtz. And then she'll bat it in, offside. Tornadoes touch it up. And now a chance for Hopkins Park to come the other way. Held in by the Tornadoes. Centering pass goes out all the way down. They're going to wave off the ice because it came off the stick of the Tornadoes. And now it's Reinholtz behind her own net. Up the boards, held in there, deflected out of the zone. 8:30 remaining, period number 2. Scoreless after 1. Tornadoes lead at 1-0. It's pretty even on shots, Jim.
I believe it is. I think this period, Anoka has a strong advantage with the exception of the last power play.
Rickley a long shot just before the change. And we'll get a stop as Souter covers it up.
Puck movement is much better this period for their Tornadoes. And the fact that they're able to get shots through the defense and get it on to Souter looking for those rebounds.
Logan Sivak, head coach, Anoka Tornadoes, has to be pleased with the effort so far tonight. Certainly the goaltending from Anoka Olsen and the 1-0 lead midway through the game. 8 remaining here in period number 2. Behind the net, giving chase, Michulis along the boards, out to the point. That's Gilberto toward the net, in traffic, and it comes all the way through, and it's batted in. And the Tornadoes extend their lead. Jensen with the goal.
Yeah, really nice play. Just landed right on her stick. She turned to the backhand and put it right through the 5-hole. And Jensen now with her second goal.
Yeah, just right place, right time. Comes all the way through, and Jensen right in front. Sauter couldn't do much with that. Time of the goal, 9-10. Tornadoes lead at 2-0. Tornadoes into their own end. That's Francois, sends it across and out.
Gilberto and Michulis with the assists.
But Jensen right in front of the goalie. Popped onto her stick and she didn't miss. That's Rickley in her own end. Rickley's going to dump it. And she took it off, so it didn't end up as an icing. Amsler's had a good game. First goal for the Tornadoes. Rickley over there along the boards. Here's Amsler. Centering pass. And a quick shot by Reinholtz. We got a save, and we're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a penalty on Hopkins Park. Or actually, it's going to be Amsler going to the box for the Tornadoes.
With a slash. The third power play this period.
Yeah, that one that carried over from the first. Penalties now. Tornadoes 3 for 6. Hopkins Park had those 2 for 4. Ended up with that 5-on-3. So Amsler has a goal and the penalty. And that one's going to come all the way out and down. Katie Geiser works it back. They get in over the line and set up. Their power play has generated opportunities. Hess hangs on to it just inside the blue line. Near side, Johnson. Hess again. She'll skate into the circle. Has a little room. Goes behind the net. Tried to give and go. Tornadoes defend. Over on the far wall. Johnson now on the point. Tornadoes pick it off. Johnson pinches in. Holds the zone. They send it into the middle. Geiser couldn't do anything with it, and it's grabbed by the Tornadoes. Here they come. Rickley in over the line. That shot over the top of the net. Rickley gets it back behind the net. We have a penalty coming up on Hopkins Park, and it's going to even it up. We're going to be 4-on-4 for a moment.
Well, that was a slash, and he came on Rickley as she was trying to separate on the opportunity. But the opportunities that the Tornadoes have had shorthanded today is pretty impressive. And you see right there, there's that slash on Rickley.
Yeah.
Rickley's a good
Schenkelberg picked it up.
Yeah.
So we'll be 4-on-4 for a minute, and then a short power play. That wrister comes in, saved by Souter. Gilberto let it fly from the blue line. Sauter made the save.
Yeah, nice job by Harmston to be able to tie up Hansen.
Jensen takes a draw.
Sorry,
Once again,
that was
4 on
Jensen.
4 for 50 seconds. Tornadoes lead it 2-0. Goals here for Amsler and Jensen. Tornadoes pinch in along the wall, trying to keep it in, and can't. And here they come. Schwarzenruber in over the line. Has 5 goals, 2 assists this year, but Tornadoes have done a nice job on her. That comes in on Olsen. She'll make the stop.
There really aren't going to be any shots that Olsen's going to let through. I mean, there's very rarely that you'll see. It's going to have to be on a rebound or a redirect out in front. And she is just too good and too sure out in front.
Well, and when there's traffic around her, she isn't phased.
No,
I mean, she
not at
just
all.
keeps her focus on the puck and getting to that puck. Reinholtz with it's going to tap it, try and get behind the defender. Both players go down. No penalties there. 15 seconds remaining on 5 on 4, and then the Tornadoes will get a brief power play. Actually, a 1-minute power play. Right on the dot. Over on the far side, Francois pinches in. Rickley grabs it in the corner. Rickley trying to skate out of there. She falls down. Now it's 5 on 4. Reinhold's behind there. Now Rickley has it again. Rickley trying to get out of there. Comes along the wall into the right circle. Gets a shot away. Amsler takes a shot. And that was a quick whistle from the far side. That puck was still loose.
Yeah, that was not under control by Sauter at all. That one bounced around. Rickley comes here, and it's deflected. Amsler puts it in. You see right there, the puck kind of sneaks out.
But the ref, once again, couldn't see it and blew the whistle. Francois sends it all the way across. Good pass, gets it back, top of the slot. That shot goes wide. And here's Booth. Booth back into the corner. Reinholtz into the middle. Amsler couldn't get to it. And now 25 seconds remaining. Johnson the other way. Skates in, had it knocked away. Good play by Francois to stick with it. And now the Tornadoes come back the other way. They'll send it all the way across. Here's Rickley. Rickley hits the line, goes along the boards. She'll power her way in, get a shot away. Sauter made the save, covers up. 6 seconds remaining in the player advantage for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, nice job by Rickley to just use her body and kind of shield that and come right in on a Sauter and just can't get it through.
Boy, Kendall Rickley is so strong. 6 goals, 4 assists. I mean, just great strength that she made her move to the net.
And she's been impressive for a number of years, but this year she is on a mission.
Here comes Jansen, who's had a good night for Hopkins Park, looking for their first goal. Jansen with speed goes down. We're 5 on 5 again, even strength. So no damage on any of these power plays. There's Jansen again trying to hold the zone. Booth tries to knock it out. Tornadoes fighting along the far wall. Can't get it out. 3:30 remaining in the period. Now they're going to send it all the way around and grab by the Tornadoes and Gilberto. Over to the far point. Into the right circle. Quick shot saved by Olsen. Popped into the air. Still loose. Over to the far point. Steck line. That one deflected all the way into the near corner. Nicer shot. Tipped in on Olsen, but once again, outstanding positioning and another save.
Yeah, you can see you know, her lateral movement, but she stays square to the puck, and just doesn't give up rebounds. She just doesn't give up those juicy rebounds out in front. You know, after a number of years of having some different head coaches, Logan Savak has been just outstanding and a good, consistent presence for Anoka hockey.
Rickley on the back check, trying to win that battle, and does along the boards, chips it out. Amsler trying to get to it, and does. Sends it ahead to Reinholtz. This group works together well. Reinholtz going to dump it in. Amsler gives chase. Had the first goal of the night for the Tornadoes at the 3:20 mark. Jensen added another one at 9-10. 2-0 Tornadoes. Reinholtz holds it in. Rickley shot goes wide into the far corner. Nobody home. Hopkins Park tries to get it out of there, but pinching in nicely over there. Where are the Tornadoes defensively? They swing it all the way around and try and move it out of there. Good even battle. Amsler can't chip it up the boards, and now an opportunity for the Tornadoes. Backhand right in front and a goal. What a feed. Booth puts it away. But what a feed in front. I think Machulis will get the assist.
Yeah, that was Booth with a nice finish, but it really was head-managed by Lucy Machulis, who a nice backhanded feed that goes right onto the stick of Caitlin Booth.
Third goal of the year for her, first of the night. Tornadoes 3 in the period, now with 1:50 remaining, up 3 goals. A good spot. Here's Booth fighting for it, gets it over to Machulis, sends it in toward the net. That's deflected away by Sauter. And once again, just a great pass from the far wall in front. There comes Hopkins Park. Schenkelberg right down the middle, had it knocked away. Good defensive play by the Tornadoes as they turn and go the other way. Jensen, late in their shift. Rister goes wide. Made a move into the circle. And that one comes out to center, and now potentially a breakaway opportunity here. Schenkelberg in, save Olsen. Puck comes loose. Tornadoes turn the other way. Up and down we go. 3-on-1 now with 1 to play in the period. Rickley in on that, saved by Sauter. And that'll come back the other way. Rickley trying to run it down. Shows the speed and power. Good move around the net. Skates it up the center of the ice. Gives it up. Here come the Tornadoes. Holstein couldn't hold it in. Now Hopkins Park right back the other way. Schwarzenruber loses the handle, and it comes to neutral ice with 20 seconds remaining in the period. The Tornadoes have grabbed control up 3-0. Willie Hilgard dumped it in. And now it's Amsler. Amsler along the wall, fighting for it. Steps out of there into the left circle. That'll do it for the period. Couldn't get a shot away, but Anoka puts 3 unanswered on the board and lead at 3-0 after 2, Jim.
Yeah, and really great job, but just attacking the net and getting pucks on to Sauter. Really much better period. They looked more fluid on the offensive zone, being able to make some good passes and possess that puck in the offensive zone.
Amsler a goal at 3:20 to put the Tornadoes up 1-0. Then Jensen at 9:10. And then the final goal of the period, Booth with a terrific feed from Machulis at 15:09. Tornadoes lead at 3-0. Stick around, period number 3 coming up here on QCTV.
Just off of Pierce Street in Anoka is one of the largest humanitarian efforts in the state, and above all else that will be shared in this video today, Anoka Community Mission acts as a solution to some of the largest problems that the country faces today. and thus the purpose of the video is to encourage others to be a part of the solution by visiting anokacommunitymission.org and learning how you can donate or volunteer. I met up with Executive Director Jason Berry to get an exclusive look inside their incredible facility, learn about their volunteer work and opportunities, and to get a glimpse of what it takes to run a mission like this.
We call 440 Pierce Street the Miracle on Pierce Street, and our vision is, if the Lord allows us to, we are going to end up becoming Minnesota Community Missions, and Anoka would be one of our sites.
What has started as a child care ministry with Little Blessings of Anoka in 2013 has now grown into a multifaceted nonprofit with 9 ministries that serve a variety of the most crucial needs in the community.
If you think the mission is the umbrella, and then there are different programs that report to that umbrella. There are social needs programs that are distributing emergency items, but then we have a number of fundraising programs. We collect aluminum cans, we collect rejected international currency, we collect children's books. So they all have their names so that we can track all those, they have their own accounts. And we designed it that way so if any one of those programs grew to such an extent that it needed to become its own nonprofit, it could spin off and become its own nonprofit. And then as you've seen in the building, if the donor wants the funds to go to a particular program, Jason, I want you to use these dollars to buy toilet paper for families. Okay, well, the funds will go into general fund and get transferred over to Martha's Cupboard, and I'll go buy toilet paper with the Martha's Cupboard debit card. And that's another reason why we're structured the way that we are. It enables us to very easily honor donor intent.
Of course, the work at the mission cannot be done without its dedicated volunteers, whose experiences and skill sets are vast to meet each ministry needs, including Jason's 13-year-old daughter, Rachel, who has been volunteering at the mission with her father since she was 7, who has now become a leader at the mission and an inspiring example for other volunteers to give to their full potential. Volunteers at the mission are present throughout the week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and on Saturdays is the mission's donation drop-off day for anyone in the community who wish to donate large quantities of food and clothing items to the mission. The mission does encourage donors to refer to their needed items page on their website to see what items are in high demand at the mission. Sundays is for emergency distribution at the mission from 2 to 5 p.m., offering families and individuals groceries, clothing, and anything else they can offer. And it is through these incredible efforts that allow the mission to both meet each ministry's goals and to stretch its reach even further with additional programming for community needs.
The plan is that we'll continue to do our emergency distribution on Sundays from 2 to 5, but then on Monday evening we're going to do a community dinner. And we'll be able to feed people here in the core, and then the classrooms that are on the perimeter will be used for small group rooms and children's ministry as well. Now the plan is after we get Solomon's Wardrobe done, then I'm going to have a gymnasium, and I'm going to reestablish the backboard for basketball. I'm going to have a nice epoxy floor and a half court at least. That area will also be available for inflatables, so that we can incorporate that into our children's programming.
Alongside everything that drives the mission forward, including both volunteer hours and generous donations, it is Jason's conscientious handling of every cent and item given to the mission to stretch the value of each donation as far as possible, or as Jason refers to it, as God's economy.
And because we operate so lean, we can really stretch those dollars and make a big impact. Because when you think about, on average, 100 families get served on a weekend. We can provide all of the essential food and clothing and hygiene needs. I mean, $1,000 a year for a family? I mean, that's God's economy. That's like that is the miracle on Pierce Street, the loaves and fishes in the 21st century. And I think that's a really cool story to tell. And of course, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens because grocery stores give, and nonprofits give, and individual donors give, and people donate their time to be driving around in their vehicle to be picking up stuff. We've been told that there really isn't anything like us, so we want to try and do this well. We want to, we do have other nonprofits that are benchmarking and looking at what we're doing, and we want to try to help them avoid the landmines that organizationally that we've stepped on over the years, and we certainly want to be a blessing, but I hope that what's happening here could expand even beyond our scope, and that it could be reproduced well and that as many people can be helped as possible.
So my name's Krista Gordhammer. This is the Artery Studio, where you can come take stained glass classes start to finish, or even pick up projects that are cut for you and you can finish here. I also have mosaic classes and a friend who's teaching glass fusing classes.
You might have heard of the Artery Studio before when it was in Ramsey, but owner Krista decided to move locations to Anoka because she grew up in the area.
I used to be an art teacher, and during COVID it just stopped being fun. And I was telling my parents about how unhappy I was with my dream job not working out to be so fantastic. My dad told me I should come to this old office building where he used to have a space, and I should open up my own studio to teach classes there, so that's where the Artery was born. I get to do whatever I want every single day. I can't wait to get here every day and just get working on glass. The next thing we are doing is wrapping all of our pieces with copper foil tape, and most of us have opaque dark glass. So today I have a group making their own sun catchers. They got to design their projects, choose all their glass, cut the glass, grind the glass, and right now they're foiling, and in a few minutes we'll be soldering.
From beginner or experienced, the Artery Studio is a great spot to be.
Yeah, I try to make the process as easy as possible, which is kind of why most weeknights I'll have it cut out ahead of time, because cutting is really the hardest part. You'll end up breaking a lot of glass and getting frustrated and just throw your hands up and say, this is not for me. But I think today I had a little bit of practice glass cutting for people. They really got their feet wet with it and took off with it.
And every artist has a favorite piece they've made.
It's the rainbow quilt block in the corner. Yeah. I love color theory, so I have it all organized in the color wheel around a set of bevels that cast more color into the room.
So make sure you check out the Artery Studio in Anoka and make a memorable piece of art to brighten your day.
Step into the heart of downtown Anoka for the annual tree lighting event. For decades, this event has marked the beginning of the holiday season in Anoka. Santa was there for family pictures. There was also horse-drawn carriage rides up and down 2nd Avenue, and plenty of food vendors to give out warm meals for everyone. And this isn't just a local affair, it's an open invitation to the entire metropolitan area, and this year was bigger than ever with an expected gathering of 10 to 15,000 people. This event is also about the season of giving, with Toys for Joys in attendance, ensuring that everyone has food and toys during this holiday season, as well as local students and food vendors contributing to other meaningful causes. And then at 6 p.m. they flipped the switch for over 10,000 lights illuminating the tree, with fireworks in the air to kick off the holiday season in Anoka. Stay up to date with the City of Anoka on social media to learn when you can expect next year's tree lighting event at anokaminnesota.com.
And we are back here at Anoka Area Ice Arena here on a Thursday night right before the holidays. And the Tornadoes had a big second period, Jim, putting 3 goals on the board. And they played really, really well. And, of course, getting great goaltending from Anoka Olsen all night, and that's been the recipe here tonight.
It certainly has, and it started really with that penalty kill. They started down a skater to be in it, and they just took out. It took some time to be able to, get out in front. And it started with Leah Ansler. She was able to start getting a shorthanded opportunity. And you see right there the shorthanded, a couple of opportunities by the Anoka Tornadoes. And here's the goal right here as Amsler tips in that first goal, and it came back right off the next one. Another power play for the Hopkins Park, and able to defuse. Anoka Olsen again standing tall. Another goal right there as Casey Jensen nets her second goal of the season. And then late in the period, another chance. Ansler again, and beautiful pass by Machulis lands right on to Caitlin Booth's stick. And with 15:09, just a little under 2 minutes left in the second period for a 3-0 lead. And Tornadoes really played really well that period.
Yeah, no doubt. And for Anoka, here to get a win as they close in on the holidays. And once again, it's tough when you play the likes of Centennial, Spring Lake Park, and Andover like they did during this 3-game losing streak. You can maybe get down a little bit. And Rogers, a good team as well. That's really tough. And now an opportunity. And then, by the way, right after Christmas, they'll be at the Lakeville tournament, Lakeville South on Thursday, and then take on Shakopee on Friday. So they'll have some confidence going into that.
Yeah, absolutely. White Bear Lake, and then they've got they get back and they'll jump into the Northwest Suburban schedule with at Blaine and at Maple Grove. So not going to get any easier. And they, as you take a look right there at the schedule they've got coming up.
Yep, you see those two games. That'll be a tournament right after the holidays, and then the sprint to the finish at the end of January, the girls hockey season. It goes very quickly, and we'll have a ton of girls hockey. And then you see Hopkins Park and their schedule. After they've got one more after tonight. They'll play Minneapolis, and then just before the New Year, visitation. And then you can see some games down to New Prague. They've got a nice rink down there at New Prague. And here we go. Tornadoes up 3-0. Final period of play here tonight. 17 minutes on the clock. And Colson in the goal down to our right. Helen Sauter in the goal down to our left. And she has played well. The three goals for Anoka tonight were legit, Jim. I mean, all very good goals.
Yeah, and you know what? Anoka's put 28 shots on goal to compare to 17 for Hopkins.
Here come the Tornadoes. Machulis, Booth, Jensen out there.
Another penalty coming up to Hopkins Park.
We got another penalty. We haven't had any power play goals. All the goals here tonight, even strength. We'll see if the Tornadoes can change that. And going to the box is Ella Kothi. And that is their fourth penalty of the night. And that comes 40 seconds into the period. Tornadoes go to work. In behind the net. Brian Holtz gets it out of there. Now an opportunity for Hopkins Park coming the other way. Schwarzenruber right down the middle, and she gets hauled down. Olsen stopped it. And that's going to be a hook. Won't be a penalty shot. She wasn't clear. And now will be 4-on-4 for 141.
And you see right there, she's skating, and Francois just gets into their skates, and she goes down. So that is an equalizer for the next minute and 41 seconds.
By the way, that penalty comes 1 minute in. That is the easiest math I'll ever do.
kind of like the power play last period when It was right on the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, and that hardly ever happens.
No, yeah, you're right.
Especially in my first hockey game of the season. It's like, oh, that's easy. Penalty at 1 minute. 4-on-4 once again for 120. And then a brief power play for Hopkins Park. Tornadoes lead at 3-0. By the way, scoreless after one. And 3 in a row for the Tornadoes. And we're going to get a stop. We're going to get
another penalty. Yeah, that's going to go to Leah Ansler for a slash.
And that's her second penalty of the night.
They're dealing out
She's got a goal,
like scars.
2 penalties.
Yeah. She just needs
if she gets an assist, does that count as a Gordie Howe hat trick in the modern era? Because there's no fighting.
There's no fighting. You're right. So yeah, I guess that probably would be.
You got to be really old to know the Gordie Howe hat trick. But
it's a 4-on-3. We're running out of skaters.
That's right. The scoreboard lit up like a Christmas tree at the moment. And now 4-on-3 for 55. And an opportunity. Steckline with it, right circle. Tornadoes just 3 defenders. Now it's Jansen. Loses the handle. And an opportunity for the Tornadoes. And sending it all the way down is going to be Rickley. She'll give chase. Saved there by Sauter. Put it on net. Rickley on the forecheck. Booth helps. She'll tap it forward. That'll help the Tornadoes' cause. 30 remaining in the 4-on-3. And now Hopkins Park trying to get out of their own way, and they'll come the other way. Here's Voigt. Voigt in over the line to the right circle. He's going to skate in behind the net, swing it all the way around. Jansen with her out to the far point. Now near side, Steckline. Steckline sends it into the middle. Wrist shot saved by Olsen. Big save there, deflected to the near corner. Back over to the left circle. Wrister in on Olsen. Glove save. Kofi out of the box.
So it'll be 5-on-3 for the next 18 seconds, and then we'll go back to a 4-on-3. I think we're gonna have a timeout right now by Hopkins.
Yeah, and they know they need a goal right now. With 14-18 remaining in the game, but Olsen some more big saves.
Yes, absolutely. And when they're skating inside the dot and nobody is collapsing on it, and she had a clear shooting lane. Another great save by Olsen.
Yeah, she has just been impressive. And, once again, you get the sense that, you get it to the top of the circle, out to the blue line, you're not going to beat her with that stuff.
No.
I mean, it's going to have to be down low, scramble type.
You're absolutely right, and it's some kind of a rebound or tip or something. But Olsen's been really the difference maker so far tonight.
And I like what they've done with the scoreboard on the screen. They're very impressive. Happy holidays to you and yours from all of us here at QCTV, and a big thanks to our crew here at Anoka Arena. And when I got to the building, I'm like, I remember it being a lot colder in here. It's actually pretty pleasant in here tonight. I don't know what they've done, but good stuff. And we still have more action coming up. Final game before the start of the new year. Hill Murray and Andover. That'll be a good one, Jim.
It certainly will. That, like I said, the Poole sisters will come to town from Hill Murray. Then we've got then we'll flip the calendar, and then Roseville Matamidi against Champlain Park Coon Rapids, and girls Providence Academy get to see Maddie Greenway.
That's right. Heading to Kentucky. What a great talent. Terrific soccer player as well.
Yes.
Everyone talks about, her as a basketball player, and rightfully so, but I think just as gifted as a soccer player. Just phenomenal. Francois out of the box, now 5-on-4, and the Tornadoes lead at 3-0. And they'll skate it up. Here they come the other way. Francois, after a 2-minute break, tries to center it, gets it back. Centering pass goes all the way through, and it's grabbed there by Jansen. Jansen will skate it up, send it to center, and grabbed again by the Tornadoes at their own line. Booth has had a good game here tonight. Well, she had that third goal on the terrific assist from Machulis at 15:09 of period number 2. And now it's Johnson in over the line. Schenkelberger out there with her. And now Jansen will retreat to her own blue line as we close in on 13 to go in the game, and the Tornadoes in control. Rickley picks it up. She'll skate in, trying to center it, and it's grabbed there by Park. And then Rickley steals it right back. Rickley backhands it toward the net. Amsler picks it up. And Rickley in the corner, centering pass knocked away. Rickley all over the puck in the zone. Sends it out to the point. Gilberto, wrist shot, knocked away by Sauter. Good save, batted in front. Rickley again in the corner. Amsler, stick handling, now Rickley. Amsler working beautifully together. Amsler all over it. Gilberto near point. She'll send it toward the net. Saved there by Sauter. Boy, great work by this line,
yeah,
Jim.
It really is. And
Ian on net. Sauter catches it up high. May have gone over the net, but she'll knock it down. And we'll get a stop. But the Tornadoes really buzzing. Impressive work by Rickley and Amsler. All over.
They just know where they are on the ice. And you mentioned it really started with Rickley's hard work on the forecheck. And, and just staying strong on the puck, using the body. He's an impressive hockey player.
Booth, Machulis, Jensen out there. This line, 2 of the 3 goals for the Tornadoes. And now Hopkins Park's going to try and skate it out of there, and they do. They work it back to center ice, carrying it in there. Schwarzenruber had a good year, but the Tornadoes have done a nice job slowing her down, coming in 5 goals, 2 assists.
And we really failed to notice that the Anoka Tornadoes skated off a 5-on-3.
And comfortably.
Yeah.
This will come all the way out. Tornadoes run it down. Shot goes well wide there. That shot in, handcuffed the goalie. Puck came loose. Big rebound opportunity there for the Tornadoes. Boy, Sauter lost it for a moment, but still 3-0 hockey game. Rickley right back at it. Shot toward the goal, and that's saved by Sauter. And once again, Lily Hilger sent it toward the net from the near point, but Sauter, she's given up 3 and gave up the 3 goals in the third, but she's still made some big saves tonight.
She has. She's been peppered, and Lily Hilger just missed, and she had an open goal, and just a stick from Sauter was able to keep that puck from going to 4-0.
And here they come back. Voigt into the left circle, centering pass picked off there. Good job defensively by Giorgio Francois. Steckline pinching in, trying to hold the zone. And Francois is going to send it around the back of the net, and the Tornadoes will start up the other side. And they get it out to center ice. Trying to pick it up. Rickley can't. And now it's Amsler. Reinholtz in the middle. Amsler, wrist shot. Big save by Sauter with the glove. Booth over on the far wall, bats it into the corner. That was a really nice save by Sauter. Now it's Booth stepping into the middle. Another shot on the ice, and Sauter gets the pad down and covers it up, controls the rebound.
A lot of ice time right now by these top 2 lines, either Machulis' line or the Rickley line. They are putting a lot of pressure on Hopkins Park.
And 28-17 shots after 2. Anoka's got to be closing in on 40.
Oh, I'm sure, yep.
Moore. Rachel Moore out there. Skates that third line with Annalise Holste. Good job by Moore. Trying to battle out of there. Has an assist on the season. Holste fighting. And now Hopkins Park will clear it out. Dumped right back in by Booth. Booth centering that line. She'll go for a change. And now the Tornadoes in white. And now they're getting to the point in the game with 9 to go where you're thinking, we want the shutout for Anoka Olsen. That becomes, you're up 3-0, and now you want to make sure you help your goaltender get that shutout.
Yeah, every time in that zone, you've got to make sure that you're doing your job.
Gilberto battles back. Hopkins Park. Of course, they want to get on the board for sure. Coming into the night, 5-7-1. Tornadoes 3-7-1. But as we mentioned, that brutal schedule. And now an opportunity for the Tornadoes coming in. Shot goes just wide. That was a great opportunity for Jensen. And now right back out to neutral ice. No penalty there as the player goes down. That was inadvertent. And now turning the other way, Lucy Johnson. Steckline's going to dump it in. That is onside. 8:20 to go. And now Kofi over there. Kofi took a penalty earlier in the game. That'll come out, go all the way down, and that should be an icing call. We haven't had a ton of those.
We haven't had a whole lot of whistles other than some penalties tonight. It's been back and forth action.
Well, and that was tough.
Yeah.
First game of the year for me, and we hardly had a break in that first period. I was going to like, Jimmy.
Say something, Jim.
Jim, jump in. Save me. They went up and down the ice, but been a good game tonight for the Tornadoes. They played well here on their home ice and have the 3-0 lead.
Well, they've got some players that have a lot of varsity time. Lucy Machulis, Francois, Ansler, Rickley. There's a lot out there. Booth, they've got a lot of varsity experience.
Rhino holds in over the line into the left circle. Centers it in front. Comes all the way out to the point. And that's batted into traffic. Knocked down in front. Ansler really scrappy.
Yeah.
She's taken a couple of penalties tonight, but she just does not give up. Does not give up an inch. There's Amsler along the wall. Bats it out. Rickley kicks it to herself. Gets it to center ice. Big battle there. And now the Tornadoes are going to gather it in again. Hilger sent it forward, and then it's right back down. That's going to be an icing call on Hopkins Park with 6:59 remaining in the period.
You've got some legacy names out there with Reinholtz and Machulis. Families have been so active with Anoka hockey.
Of course, the Tornadoes back in 03. Boys won a state title. I remember it well. We've had some good teams over the years.
Yes.
Rickley giving chase. Centering pass. Opportunity. Olsen in front. They get a goal. Shame pass came out in front. And wide open in front. And the goal is going to go to Jansen. Jansen just kind of left all alone and was able to stick handle in front of the goaltender Olsen.
She had to, it seemed like 10 to 15 seconds all by herself right out in front. So the captain scores a goal. And
10:23 mark. That makes it 3-1. And there you see, she just left all alone in front. Now Hopkins Park right back at it. And the Tornadoes back check and pick it up and skate out of there. Rowan Jansen gets that goal. Their first of the night. Allen tips it forward. Jansen, or I should say Jensen, moves it forward for the Tornadoes. Now out of her net, Olsen.
It really does not diminish the night that that Anoka Olsen has had.
Oh.
She just, somebody can sit there and pound away and figure out a way to get it around you without any help. It's.
Yeah, and it was just an unusual play, as you pointed out, how all alone Jansen was in front of the net, able to take a couple of swings at it.
Yep.
And now Amsler's going to send it in behind the net. Gilberto picks it up. Tries to cycle it back around, but it's picked off by Hopkins Park. 5:38, still time. They're buzzing. They get to the side of the net. Hit it off the side of the net. Now the Tornadoes have to get a little momentum back. They certainly don't want to give one up here.
Well, plenty of time for Hopkins Park.
Near point, Hess. Hess sends it toward the net. That goes all the way through. And they're holding the zone, and now Rickley's going to go in after it. She can't get to it. Now Gilberto again. Anoka bottled up in their own end. Centering pass. Players falling around. Puck loose. A lot of bodies in the slot area, and it finally deflected out to center ice. So the Royals have a little jump in their step, and why not?
Yeah.
Under 5 to go. That one sent all the way down, and the Tornadoes relieve the pressure, and we'll get another icing call now. The Tornadoes need to answer back.
Well, you know, they're getting outskated right now.
Yep.
Every loose puck the Hopkins Park is able to get to, and they've got to, like you said, get the momentum back and get the skates moving.
And Coach Ryan St. Martin, you got to give them credit. This team not quitting. They got that goal, and now they feel like they have a little life. They're able to get another one. Things could get really interesting. Tornadoes up 3-1. Booth sends it along the boards. Once again, Anoka fighting to get it out of their own end. Giving chase, Francois. Another battle one, stepping out in front, or trying to. Tough angle shot, and it's a goal! It is a goal, and it's a 3-2 game. Right along the goal line, extended, got into the skates of Olsen, and gets to the back of the net. Ella Kothi with her 7th of the year. Why not? And that goal comes at 12:49. And now it's a 1-goal game. And now we've got a timeout.
Let's see. You'll see Kothi just doing work back behind.
Yeah.
And able to get it around. She skates around, and it looks like almost a zero-angle shot. And able to get it past, and she went over the glove side of Olsen.
And that goal's a minute and a half apart, just a little over. First goal at 10:23, and next goal at 12:49. And now it's 3-2. And once again, Tornadoes just bottled up in their own end.
Yeah, and you know, half of this period has been spent down in putting pressure on Sauter, and Sauter has really done a nice job to keep Anoka out of the net. And her hard work is paying off as 2 quick goals have been scored by the Royals.
Now we got a big draw coming up at center ice, and Tornadoes trying to find a little jump. Once again, no score after 1. Tornadoes 3 unanswered in period number 2. And now Hopkins Park late in this game, right back in it.
Yeah, it almost kind of felt like this was going to be a runaway, and we were talking shutouts, and it's a game.
And once again, give credit to Hopkins Park for not hanging their heads and staying after it. And they've had some good shifts, and here's Hess. Hess is going to dump it in all the way toward the net, steered away by Olsen. And the Tornadoes just trying to get it out of the zone and get some forward momentum. And they do get it to center ice, and here's Reinholz. Reinholz with Amsler. Into the left circle, centers it. Amsler into the far corner. Reichele out on the point. She's going to get it. Reichele tries to step in. Now Reinholz gets after it. Centering pass. Amsler grabs it. Now Reichele forehand shot. Big save. Sauter, what a save she made, Jim.
Oh, on the left pad as she's going to her right, able to extend that left pad out. And Rickley again with a nice shot. This line has been all over. You can see right there, just shot when she extends that left pad out. Great save by Sauter.
Rickley on the draw is going to bat it in. Amsler gives chase, can't get to it. And Hopkins Park sends it out. Here's Johnson moving it forward. Tornadoes grab control, fire it down, and that's going to go wide of the net for an icing. Kind of a home run pass. And now 3:21 remaining in the period. We'll go to the other end. Tornadoes still lead at 3-2.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure on you to make that pass. And so a little, again, you just settle down and do what you know is right and just drive that puck up the ice.
But Sauter, game-saving stop a moment ago on Rickley. That would have made it 4-2 and probably been it. And still a one-goal game, and the Royals still alive, and that comes to center ice. Hopkins Park trying to get organized. Stick handling. Johnson sends it across. Steckline in over the line. Steckline into the right circle. Goes in behind the net. Still with it. Trying to backhand it in front. It does come out in front. And all the way to the near point. Kofi who had that second goal for the Royals a moment ago. And now it's chipped down. Hopkins Park gains control. Right back out to center ice. Kofi with it. Kofi steps toward the net. Still on it. He's had some good shifts as of late. Two players go down, no call. Hopkins Park after it, down by one. Coming up on 2 to go in the game. Backhand, loose in front. They've tied it up. Kofi on the rebound. We're tied at 3. Her second of the night.
Well, that whole thing was created. And I think that was Schwartzard. She was able to create that opportunity, puts it on, and again, a big rebound lands right onto Elakothi's stick, and she gets her second goal. We're tied.
Yeah, Sydney Schwarzenruber is going to get the assist. And you can see here, backhanding in on net, and then Kofi bangs home the rebounder, second of the night. And the Tornadoes score 3 in the second. Hopkins Park 3 in the third. We're tied at 3 with 2 to go. What a comeback for the Royals. And a disappointing result for the Tornadoes, but they still have an opportunity. And once again, I think 3-2, and Rickley, that golden scoring opportunity robbed by Sauter. And they come right back. Half's near point, waiting for it. Comes out in front, into the slot area. Jansen can't hang it. Hopkins Park the advantage. Big collision behind the net. Tornadoes on their heels at the moment. They get it out. Here's Rickley. Rickley moves it forward. Rickley carries it over the red line. It's going to get over the red line and dump it in and go for a change with 1:18 remaining. Amsler in all alone. No help. And Hopkins Park's going to send it down, but the Tornadoes get a break. That'll be an icing call, and we'll get a draw to the left of Helen Sauter with 1:07 to go in the game.
You've seen Logan Savak kind of shorten his bench. He's pretty much going with 2 lines right now, the Booth line and the Rickley line.
And here we go, Machulis, Booth, Jensen out there. Francois tries to pinch in and hold the zone. And here they come back the other way. Schinkelberg for Hopkins Park. And now back behind the net, 50 remaining. Tornadoes get it out. It's tipped by Hopkins Park. Steckline's going to go back to her own end. Steckline up the boards and out, and it's grabbed there. Hellstrom, left circle, shot. Tipped up into the netting by Olsen. We're still tied at 3 with 35 to go in the game. But a good rush by the Royals.
Absolutely. It was a 3-on-1. And Olsen did a nice job to stay on the puck with a good save to keep this tied at 3.
Tornadoes in control 3-0. But then a goal at 10:23 and the floodgates have opened. Now we're tied at 3. Hopkins Park still buzzing. Get it over to the far wall. Kofi has 2. Sends it into the near corner. 10 seconds remaining. Tornadoes trying to get it out of the zone. And they do get it out. Here's Rickley with 5. In over the line with Amsler and 2. Over to Rickley. Goes right by her into the corner, and we're going to OT.
That pass just a little too hot to handle. You look up at the and you look at the timing. She did the right thing. Amsler had her stick on the ground. It was just a little too hot to handle on the backhand. But we're going to overtime.
Well, and you got to give Hopkins Park credit. Once again, 3-0 Anoka in total control. Then they got that goal at 10:23 mark, and over the span of just over 4 minutes of game time, rally to tie it. We're knotted at 3. And we'll take a quick break and come right back with OT in a moment here on QCTV.
Step into the heart of downtown Anoka for the annual tree lighting event. For decades, this event has marked the beginning of the holiday season in Anoka. Santa was there for family pictures. There was also horse-drawn carriage rides up and down 2nd Avenue, and plenty of food vendors to give out warm meals for everyone. And this isn't just a local affair, it's an open invitation to the entire metropolitan area, and this year was bigger than ever with an expected gathering of 10,000 to 15,000 people. This event is also about the season of giving, with Toys for Joys in attendance, ensuring that everyone has food and toys during this holiday season, as well as local students and food vendors contributing to other meaningful causes. And then at 6 p.m. they flipped the switch for over 10,000 lights illuminating the tree, with fireworks in the air to kick off the holiday season in Anoka. Stay up to date with the City of Anoka on social media to learn when you can expect next year's tree lighting event at anokaminnesota.com.
And here we are for overtime on this Thursday night. Anoka and Hopkins Park girls hockey. No score after 1. Tornadoes get 3 unanswered in period number 2. Hopkins Park roars back with 3 of their own in the 3rd. And here we go. And for the Tornadoes, finding momentum after giving up that 3-goal lead. That's a challenge.
It certainly is. And you could just kind of see the pop in the skates of Hopkins Park. They were just out skating towards the end of the period. They just towards the end of period 3, they were out skating Anoka, which was not the issue. The Tornadoes had it well in hand. So I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Oh. You were right.
8-minute overtime here tonight.
Winner take all, right? Sudden death.
And we'll switch ends, and once again, Anoka Olsen.
Now, is it sudden death or sudden victory? What's the right way?
I like the positivity of sudden victory.
Okay.
And here we go. Tornadoes try and dump it in. Once again, Helen Sutter. Couple of huge saves in that 3rd period. Robbed Rickley, which would have made it a 4-2 game. And that certainly a huge save. There's Rickley at center ice. Tries to get it back to her D. Stolen away by Hopkins Park. Centering pass, knocked down. Out to the point. Steckline had it deflected away. Once again, Hopkins Park, some jump. There's Kothi, 2 goals. Goals 2 and 3 for the Royals. They get it out to center ice. A couple of players go down, including Ryan Holtz. Going to have to be blatant for there to be a penalty, and I think we're going to get a penalty.
It was Ryan Holtz who kicked the stick away.
Yep. And that's going to hurt.
Yep. It'll be an interference call, but
it'll be Ryan Holtz 51 seconds into OT and now a power play. We have not had a power play goal tonight.
No, we've had plenty of power plays.
That's right.
Yep.
Hopkins Park, they gave up a 5-on-3 in period number 1. Tornadoes had to deal with the 5-on-3. 7:09 to go in OT. It could end in a tie. Both teams will play ties, and here's an opportunity. Amsler can't run it down in the near corner. Amsler does get. This is shorthanded, and the Tornadoes have had shorthanded opportunities. Amsler centering pass. Shot goes just wide. Oh, Amsler battling on the wall. They swing it around the net. Machulis was out there with her, and Machulis just couldn't get the stick on it. Booth in her own end. PK for the Tornadoes. Francois can't get to it. Now Francois is going to knock it out, and it's going to head down. Another opportunity for Amsler. Amsler with speed, waiting for help. Pinned into the corner. Good defensive play by Schenkelberg.
Well, we got another penalty coming up now,
and that's going to even it up. Schenkelberg's going to get the penalty on the trip, and that's just work by Amsler.
Yeah.
Now 4-on-4.
She's really had a nice game tonight. She her short opportunity. That's the third, good shorthanded opportunity she's had tonight, and she's been all over the ice.
So Schenkelberg, the penalty at 1:45, evens it up. And then a 54-second power play for the Tornadoes. They get it out to center ice. That shot in and saved by Olsen. Long shot. She had it all the way. Actually, that penalty went against Lucy Johnson on the board. Schenkelberg is out on the ice, so it is Lucy Johnson once again with the penalty. That one toward the net, tipped just wide. Nevertheless, 4-on-4. Tornadoes have it. Francois loses the handle. Kept in by Hopkins Park. Along the wall. And Park keeps it in. Booth tried to backhand it out, but can't. Hopkins Park holding the zone. Right circle shot. That whistle's wide. Held in near side. Harmston toward the net. All the way around. Stepping into the front. Shot goes wide again. Hopkins Park buzzing again. Here in OT. 5:20 in front. Across! And it goes all the way through. Schenkelberg couldn't get the stick on it. That would have done it. And now 3 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the Tornadoes a brief power play.
Well, there you get a chance to see Leah Ansler, who had a well-needed break for at least a minute where she was off the ice.
And here's Amsler skating it out of there, taps it forward. She's going to try and run it down with speed. Reinholz joins her out of the box. Shot toward the net, rebound out in front. Gilberto to the backhand and saved by Sauter. Oh, Amsler. She still has plenty of jump.
Yeah, she does. We'll see who comes back out.
4:58.
So it'll be Reinholz, Ansler, and Rickley. That line has been potent tonight.
And they get it out to the far point. Francois near side, steps into the circle. Shot saved by Sauter, smothers it. No rebound there. And now 36 remaining in the player advantage for the Tornadoes. They'd love to end it on the power play.
You are right.
Rickley, Reinholtz to the left. Amsler to the right. Francois at the point. Fires it all the way across. Shot toward the net. Deflected into the corner. That was Booth over on the far point. Here on the power play. Reinholtz bats it toward the front. Knocked away by Hopkins Park. Francois near point. Sends it in. Here's Rickley. Right circle. Shot. Save. Sauter saw it all the way.
Yeah, Sauter drops that rebound, and Ansler is right on the doorstep waiting to pounce. So great job to control that puck.
Rickley again to take the draw. Amsler along the near boards. Reinholtz in the slot area. Amsler along the boards. Out to the point, Francois. Rickley, right circle. Sends it across. Knocked away. Good defensive play. And that'll do it for the power play. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 with 4:15 and counting remaining in overtime. Francois picks it off. She's going to try and dump it in, and does. Onside. Hopkins Park retreats to their own end. 4 to go in OT. Stolen away. And Rickley dumps it in and goes for a change. Are we going to get a tie or a winner here in OT? We'll find out. Michulis at her own line, dumps it into the middle. A little dangerous. Picked off there by Jansen. Jansen in the corner battling. Joining the fray, Schwarzenruber. Schwarzenruber at center ice goes to her D. And they'll dump it in as Hopkins Park goes for a change. Harmston, good job holding it at the line, and the Tornadoes send it out. They'll settle for an icing with 3:18 to go in overtime.
Well, both teams have had some pretty good opportunities here in overtime. I think it's kind of weighted to Anoka with the work of Leah Ansler.
Yeah, Amsler's been great. So Rickley, Amsler, Reinholtz out there for the Tornadoes. Number one, win the draw and get it out of the zone. That's Allen. Allen has it again. Allen sends it up the middle. Grabbed by Rickley. Across, Amsler. Amsler trying to power her way in. Gets to the front. Covered up by Sauter.
Good job defensively by the Royals, as Gessler was right there, did not take the penalty. It could have been a trip or a hook. She just did a nice job defensively on that one with Hansler.
2:55 remaining in overtime, tied at 3. Sent all the way around the boards and out. And an opportunity here for Hopkins Park. Schenkelberg gives it up, loose in front. Schenkelberg couldn't get a shot away. Now Harmston toward the net, knocked down, batted around, still held in at the line. Steckline toward the net, deflected wide. And now the Tornadoes with Allen go over into the far corner. Steckline holds it in, sends it right back around. Trying to run it down to Amsler. Amsler along the boards, can't. Johnson, now it's picked up. Rickley ended the shift, and she'll send it wide of the net. And that is an icing call, and she was tired.
Yeah, she was gassed. That whole line was gassed. They have spent, they've had a lot of ice time tonight. And this line also as well with Machulis and Booth and Allen, or Jansen.
And now they're in their own end. To the right of Tornado goalie Anoka Olsen. Tornadoes gain control along the near wall. Lose the handle. Booth tries to spin, loses it. Kothi, 2 goals. Goal number 2 and the tying goal for Hopkins Park. 1:50 remaining in the game. And this is Johnson. Sends it out in front. Tornadoes get it out. This will slow enough to avoid the icing. No, we will get an icing call and go to the other end 1:34 remaining in this overtime period.
Well, Hopkins Park has had, this will be their fifth overtime game this season. For Anoka, this will be their fourth. Seems like a lot.
And this still feels like one that kind of got away.
Yeah, I think
Anoka Olsen was
yeah.
playing well. They were up 3-0 and then gave up that goal where they didn't help their goalie out a little bit, and it cost them. And that gave a huge momentum swing to the Royals. 1:24 to go. Tornadoes trying to get it out of their own end and get it to center, and they do. Francois on the loses it in her own skates, gets it and dumps it into the corner. Jensen will get after it. Jensen had goal number 2 for the Tornadoes in period number 2. Coming up on 1 to go in overtime. They get it out. This is Jansen. Jansen powers her way to the front. Shot blocked down. Tornadoes can't get it out. Jansen still after it. Side of the net, centering pass. Nobody home. Machulis the other way. Sends it out. Now who else? Amsler. Amsler left circle. Shot over the top of the net with 40 to go in overtime. Reinhold's out there. Rickley. Shot goes wide. Amsler again. Centering pass off a skate. Over to the far point. Held in by the Tornadoes by Allen. Reinholtz. And then Rickley sends it in. Amsler trying to get after it, and you can tell they're so tired. 10 to go in overtime. Back to center ice. Rickley's going to send it all the way through, just wide of the net. And that is going to do it. We are going to end in a 3-3 tie tonight. Tornadoes up 3-0 in the third, and Hopkins Park storms back and gets the draw tonight.
Well, I think when Anoka gets done and they look at the tape and look at kind of how things went, they're going to say this one, you had mentioned it, this one got away from them, but still come out with a tie against a Lake Conference team.
Once again, the Tornadoes led it 3-0 after 2 goals by Amsler, Jensen, and then of course Booth. And then in that third period, Hopkins Park storms back. Jansen at 10:23, and then 2 in a row. Kothi at 12:49, and Kothi again at 14:45. No scoring in the overtime, and we end up 3-3. Hopkins Park now 5-7-2. Anoka 3-7-2. And hey, a big thanks to our crew once again on site here at Anoka Area Ice Arena. Big thanks to you, Jim. Always good to see you. And of course, to everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to all, and we'll talk to you all down the road. I'm Steve Thompson. Have a great night.